which teams in the Western Conference this year are going to come out. So we all know the Western Conference over like the past 3 to 4 years or even more years has just been stacked with so much talent. We have the Denver Nuggets with the best player in the year, world, Jokic. We have Luka and Kyrie now. We have Shea and his young core. And we have Ant Edwards and his great defensive team. But the thing is, who are going to be the other teams in the Western Conference that are going to make the playoffs? Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys the top 4 teams in the Western Conference last year. Number 1, we have OKC. Shea led the charge. 2, we had Denver. 3, we had the Timberwolves. And 4, we had the Clippers. Now, I think the Clippers are out. They lost Paul George. The roster is kind of different from last year. And they just don't have that big three with Kawhi, James Harden, and Paul George anymore. So I would definitely take the Clippers out. I don't think they're going to win 50 games either. So, yeah, no. But a team I think that goes up there will be the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies with Ja Morant. They've been a top for like, when Ja's healthy, they're a top 2 seed in the Western Conference for like the past 2 years. You can search it up. It's true. But with that being said, I think Ja Morant and his crew will be back in this picture. I think the Clippers will fall out this picture. The Mavs will probably take like the 5th seed. Suns will stay at 6. But the question is the play-in tournament. Now, the play-in tournament, I still think it stays what these teams are. Golden State, the Kings, Pelicans, and Lakers. Or maybe the Clippers even jump in this bunch. But I don't think that the Lakers or Golden State makes it this year. The Pelicans, they added DeMar DeRozan. I don't know how much that helps their team, but it definitely helps their team. And that's a young core. They just made the playoffs the year before. So that's a team that wants to get back in that picture. The Pelicans, they're young and ready. They added Murray from the Hawks. So I think they're ready to compete as well, too. So who knows? This Western Conference is stacked. But I'm going to tell you guys who I think makes the playoffs. So, obviously, we already know OKC, their team got way better. They're going to make the playoffs. Denver, they have the best player in the world. They're going to make the playoffs. Minnesota, they still have a good unit. They'll make the playoffs. Mavs, they added Klay Thompson, and they're still a good unit. So, those 4 teams automatically in the playoffs. Now, like I said, I think Ja Morant being back on his crew, he puts them in that top 5 seed for the Western Conference. So, that's 5 teams already. Now, we have the Suns, Lakers, Pelicans, Sacramento, and Warriors. And I feel like we can't really sleep on Houston or the Spurs this year. Now, I know they're not going to make the playoffs, but they definitely have good teams as well. They're on the rise. But the team I think that makes it will be the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans will be that 7th seed in the Western Conference, but then it comes down to either the Lakers, Kings, or Warriors. Now, this is really hard just based on their rosters, but for some reason, I feel like it's going to be the Lakers. LeBron at 80, they just failed to never let down. Now, Curry, he's really alone on his team, so I can't really expect much from the Warriors. So it's between the Kings and the Lakers, honestly. And I think I'm going to have to lean towards the Lakers. So the Kings will miss back-to-back playoffs, which is kind of tough for their team. Now, I don't want to sleep on the Kings because the Kings are really a good unit with De'Aaron Fox, a bonus, and then they added DeMar DeRozan. So this team is actually going to be really good next season. But the thing is, in a stacked Western Conference, I just don't know how this team could manage to fit and make the playoffs, honestly. I don't see them being a better unit than the Pelicans because the Pelicans defensively, I know they're going to be a problem. And then the Lakers just have AD and LeBron. I just don't see how they can miss it. Even the Golden State Warriors, I just don't see how they can make it over the Lakers or Pelicans. So, to be honest, I really don't know who makes it, but we'll all see next year in this stacked Western Conference, honestly. Now, a team I think that could possibly sneak in maybe is the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets, they just seem to keep getting better, adding good young pieces to their team. And that's really all this team needs is to just wait and let their guys develop. And they'll definitely be a good team in like 2 to 3 years. But also, same thing with the Spurs. They need to let some of their guys develop. But they added Paul George. They added Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes to that unit. 2 guys who are veterans and can help Wemby out on the team. Defensively, offensively, but whatever it is, this team could definitely be a little decent and probably push for a playing spot. Who knows? This Western Conference is stacked. But who knows what the Western Conference is going to be next season? There's so many good stacked teams in this Western Conference. So who really knows what the standings are going to be? Who knows if Memphis is going to be a top 5 seed? Some people agree. Some people might not agree. Some people think Wemby's team could possibly go up with Chris Paul being on his team now. So who knows? But with that being said, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. Get this video to 6 likes and I'll be dropping again. Thank you guys and I'm out.